Hello guys and welcome back to the transfer series. Today talking about Brighton, one of the more exciting teams in the Premier League. But have they been as exciting this season? It's hard to point, it's hard to say if they have. I feel like they have fell off quite a bit with some of the players, especially Matoma. He's just not as exciting as he was anymore, cutting in and just not providing. I had my doubts anyway whether he could keep it up because he is older than people think he is, but you know, he's still a good player. They seem to line up with a lot of this similar formation, either this or last season it was more closer to this and then overloading the attack with the centre mids coming into the winger positions. However, this season they have, since losing McAllister and Caicedo, resorted to more of this as a formation, with a centre forward, like more like this really, but the lineups can point more to this as a centre forward here to pivot off for the striker to work off, as well as the wingers coming in short, and then obviously with James Milner playing in this role here, coming into the midfield, Pascal Gross playing in this role as well, it's adding more width for these positions. They like to get the left back high up the pitch with Estupiñán usually, but with Estupiñán being injured this season, Van Heck had to be more defensive with his role, so the spread has been, it's not been working as well. As Estupiñán's back, you might see Matoma get more freedom because Estupiñán loves that overlap and it gives Matoma space inside here. And it will also allow space for the João Pedro or the Ferguson or the Welbeck, whoever's playing in this role, to provide for whoever's playing in this role, because vice versa. They can, that's what De Zerbi likes. He likes this overload, and then hopefully maybe bring into a centre mid who can help overload in the midfield as well. But let's resort back to the original formation that we had over here. And the two positions that I'd say I have to highlight here were the fullbacks, just because of injuries this season. They're in Europe and they're fighting a bit more, so injuries being a bit of an issue in the fullback department. So let's talk about the first person, which is Juan Foyth. Perfect in that role that Veltman currently plays, of being able to play centre back but like playing that right back role, meaning that Estupiñán can get further forward because the cover is here for the back three to drop into like that, and Estupiñán to get forward like that, and a DM in front whilst the overload comes in here from the centre mid, and it leaves one DM there to hold down the fort whilst these two central players, two wide players on each side, and it's just a complete overload of the other team's defence, and then a quick resort back into a formation like this allows for good defensive transition too. So Juan Foyth fits in this role perfectly, being able to play right back, but I was coming in as this wide centre back role. Juan Foyth seemed like a perfect role for that. Another option could be another ex-Tottenham man, that is Tanganga, or current Tottenham I think he is. I don't know where, I've not seen him in ages. Tanganga could also be a role, but I don't know where he was. I have no clue where he is right now. I know Juan Foyth is at Villarreal and seems like a type of Brighton player. It seems like something that Brighton would target. So Juan Foyth was my first suggestion of Brighton's transfers. The next would be this centre mid role here, coming out wide. It would not be on this side, so it would be on this side. A centre mid who can come out wide on the right here. I think Billy Gilmour's fine in this role. Maybe get more defensive, but I only looked at this role here of a centre mid who can push into this cam role here potentially, as well as centre forward, or as a centre mid that pushes out wide whilst this happens and our centre mid becomes more of a centre forward. So he's happy to play wide, he's happy to play near striker, he's happy to play midfield. And I thought of someone who's maybe been a bit out of his luck recently, and that is Smith Rowe. This guy's a really good player, really good young player, and that is just what Brighton like. That is Brighton to a T. These really good young players and using them to their potential. And I feel like Smith Rowe being pushed at the Arsenal team recently, this could be a move that changes him. You saw Billy Gilmour absolutely flourish, a blemish, or whatever, I don't know what you call it, but he's flowered at Brighton. He looks better and better every time he plays, type of thing, and Emile Smith Rowe could do the same here. As I said, in this, he could play in this role here, behind the striker, working with the striker. He's a great number 10, but he can also work as a centre mid who's happy to come wide and help with the overload on the right side here with a Adingra, working close to a Adingra, overlapping if needed. He's good in the attack, but he's also comfortable on the ball in midfield as a free. So he could be a really good vital signing for Brighton this summer, and I think that's all you have to talk about really, is how good Smith Rowe could be in any of these positions up front for Brighton, and how it could be just a change for him in a career as well, with a career that's kind of slowly seeing it go away at Arsenal, and it's not what we want to see for someone that is as good of a potential as Smith Rowe does. You want to see him do well in his career and hopefully get in the England team and do well with the England team, as you're seeing other good attacking midfielders do now, like Foden, like Bellingham. The fight's going to be hard for him to get into the England team. So being able to show his versatility in this Brighton team could really push for him to say, listen guys, this is why I should be in the team. But that is the video on Brighton. Very quick, I must say, but it's very in-depth, and really I've thought about this with Emile Smith Rowe there. I thought he'd be perfect for the role, and he's just kind of out of favour at Arsenal at the moment. If you have liked the video, please leave a like, guys, and if you want to see more of these, which there's plenty more coming your way, subscribe and they'll be on the way. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.